Yes, sir. Good evening to all of you. I am going to start the session on the topic bank branch audit. Okay, sir. Although number of participants are less, but they will join soon. Okay, sir. So, I am just going to start the session with the topics which we had done in our yesterday session. Okay, sir. So yesterday we had completed about the basic about the bank branch audit. Okay, sir. We had discussed about the what is the planning part of that bank branch audit, and after that we had discussed about certain steps. Okay, and also we had discussed on certain terms regarding bank branch audit and your written program. And after that we had discussed on certain special point, and we had also discussed about certain reports which we need to be checked at the time of our bank branch audit. Okay, sir. So there are one request that regarding management representation letter or written representation, I will share you the same by today evening. Okay, sir. Post the session, I will share the same. Okay, and if you require any other format regarding bank branch audit, you can comment in the WhatsApp group or in the chat box. I will share you the same by today evening or late by tomorrow morning, early morning. I will send you. Okay, sir. So just I am going to start the session. Content is wide, and I will try my best to cover each and everything regarding the bank branch audit in best possible manner. Okay, sir. So during the session, if you have any query, you are free to raise the queries in the chat box. Okay, sir. Or post the session, you may raise the queries in the WhatsApp group, and also you are free to raise the queries at the time of your when you are doing the bank branch audit. And if you are facing any difficulty regarding that bank branch audit, you may connect with me over WhatsApp. Okay, sir. So just I am going to start our discussion on certain special points regarding the bank branch audit. Before that, once confirm me that my voice is audible and the PowerPoint presentation, that is the PDF file, is okay, so that it will be more comfort zone for me to start the session. Okay, sir. So I'm going to start the session. First point, while you are doing the bank branch audit, first check that no column in the loan document arrangement should be kept blank for loan sanctioned in financial year 2021-2022. This is the guideline provided by the Reserve Bank of India that all the loans which are sanctioned, which was sanctioned post 2021-22, in that case you should check that blank form should be filled correctly. Correct form should be filled. Okay, sir. This is the basic requirement in that case. Sir, when we are going for the bank branch auditor for financial year 2022 2023, so this is our responsibility. We are doing the bank branch audit for 2022 2023. So this is our responsibility to check the to check the files of that bank. Okay, because this is our responsibility to check the documents for newly sanctioned loan, that is the loan sanctioned in the financial year, that is 2022 2023. For that purpose, we need to check the files, and while checking the file, we should check the application form correctly. Okay. In many cases, you will found that application form is not filled correctly. Okay. There are multiple things are pending in the application form. In that case, you should report the same in your LFAR long form audit report while you are commenting on the internal financial controls. Okay, sir. So this is an important point from the point of view of vouching or from the point of view of physical verification of files during the bank branch audit. Loan sanctioned prior to 2021-2022, for that purpose at the time of renewal, this is the duty of branch manager or the banking staff. All the forms should be filled in a manner. Okay, sir. Then SMA 0, SMA 1, SMA 2, RBI ने clear instruction दिया है. RBI has provided the clear direction to the banks that the SMA 012, we had already discussed on the term SMA 012, that bank has to classify these things on daily basis, not on monthly basis, not on weekly basis. SMA 012 daily basis पे होंगे. Sir, what do you mean by this? That means if any account is overdue, if any account is overdue, okay, if any account is overdue for 30 to 60 days, on the 31st day, the same account should be classified as your SMA1. Okay, don't wait for any week or don't wait for any month. You should do the SMA 0, 1, 2 or NPA on daily basis. Okay, sir. While doing the bank branch audit, if bank manager argues that this is our policy that we are doing the same on weekly basis or monthly basis, then say that, sir, whatever will be your policy, the circular issued by the RBI will be final for us, and we are taking the view of that circular only. Okay, then CC account out of order, not monthly basis but on daily basis. We had already discussed this daily basis provision is applicable on each and every scheme or each and every segment of that bank branch. Okay, sir. Turnover more than 90 days. No difference is due or overdue. There is no difference between the due or overdue. If the term loan, interest and installment is due for 90 days, in that case, that account should be treated as your NPM. Interest become overdue on the date of its application after the day end. So interest not serviced for the as on 31st 12 2022, the same should be account should be treated as NPA as on 31 if interest regarding 31st December 2022 has not been paid by the borrower. In that case, as on 31st March 2023, that account should be treated as your NPM. For that purpose, you can generate one report for the date of 31st March, 31st December 2022. Okay, sir. We should take one report regarding interest due for 31st 12 2022. Okay, and on that date, we can compare the same report with 31st 2023, and the interest due is the same which was as on the date of your December, as on the date of your March. In that case, the account should be classified as your non-performing assets. So this is also one way so that we can check that the proper internal control is there or not. Okay, sir. So we need to take the text file for December month and for the March month and then convert the same in Excel, and then after we can check, we can reconcile the figures. Is that okay, sir? Interest for moratorium period, if not serviced, the account become NPA, shall not be reversed. That means moratorium period का कोई इंटरेस्ट है और अगर उसका सर्विस बोरोवर ने नहीं किया है, borrower has not paid the interest regarding the moratorium period, and after that period if the account is classified as NPA, in that case whatever will be the interest we need to reverse that. Okay, sir. But the interest related to the moratorium period should not be reversed. Okay, sir. So if there is any account which is NPA or if there is a moratorium period, in that case, this is our responsibility to check that branch manager had not done the reversal regarding the interest which is related to the moratorium period. Or if there is a reversal, in that case, MOC should be passed for that purpose. Okay, sir. So this is also a very important point, and we need to be very carefully examined for that. Now, in case of upgradation of an account from NPA to standard, all irregularities in all accounts of the borrower should be regularized. There should not be even SMA 0 status. Okay, if earlier we had already discussed on that if there is any account which was earlier as a NPA and now this year bank has categorized as SMA or bank has categorized as standard assets, in that case we should carefully check. We should take the CIF number. Okay, how we can check, sir? So we can check the CIF number, or from that CIF number we can generate the all accounts linked to that particular account or linked to that particular CIF number, and then after we can check that all the accounts are regular or not. Even if there is any SMA 0 status that is overdue due for 30 days, if in that case the same should not be classified as your regular account or as your standard account. Okay, so this is a specific condition in case of any NPA transferred or converted as your standard. In that case, we should check even no SMA 0 status in any of the linked account, CIF linked account. Sir, is that okay, sir? No restructured account can be upgraded at least for 1 year. If there is any restructuring of that particular account, that means you are going to reduce the loan amount, you are going to adjust the interest with further loan amount. In that case, वो अगले 1 साल तक अपग्रेड नहीं हो सकता है, उसका स्टेटस अपग्रेड नहीं हो सकता है. एनपीए आइडेंटिफिकेशन fully system based, no manual intervention allowed. In case of manual intervention, the audit trail should be kept and made available to the auditor, and auditor should take a certificate from the branch in this regard. That means when we are going for bank branch audit, in that case we should take one certificate from that branch manager. So regarding what? That there is no manual intervention in case of NPA identification. Okay, for our safety purposes, we should take this. And only certificate is not certificate sufficient, sir. We should check the exception report. In every bank there is a exception report which is generated on daily basis, or when we are going for the branch audit, we should take the exception report from the branch manager or banking staff, and in that exception report we will found if there is any manual intervention in case of NP identification. In that case we should report the same in our main report as well as our LFAR long form audit report. Okay sir, यहाँ तक each and everything is okay regarding the special point. Then I will take the next topic. So just comment in the chat box. Sir, I am waiting for your replies. Just comment that if everything is okay, then I am going to take the key points. And my speed is also okay now because time is limited and we need to cover very much thing in these 2 hours. Now, sir, key point before or during the audit. So, take at least 2 to 5 files each of all other segments. Sir, we need to take 2 to 5 files from every segment. That is your CC account, from your CC account, from your KCC account, if applicable, from your education loan account. Okay, if there is any term loan, in that case, from that term loan account, we need to select the sample of minimum 2 to 5 files. Okay, और we need to check that कोई भी ऐसा segment नहीं होना चाहिए जो हमारा untouched में रह गया. We need to cover each and every segment on random basis, on sample basis, so that we can make the proper comment or we can make the proper our report. Now, obtain a duly signed written confirmation from the branch for various matters which includes pending renewal. If there is any renewal pending, in that case we should take the written representation from that written confirmation from that branch manager regarding pending insurance, pending RC of vehicles, pending charge with ROC, MCA, reports of LC, BG, reports on loss taken or any other dues which is pending. We should take the same from the branch manager regarding the confirmation. Sir, how we can check? So, sir, if you are doing the branch audit and at the time of verifying the accounts of any company, in that case, you should check the charge created on MCA portal or not, and also you should check the amount of that charge. कहीं उन्होंने modification तो नहीं किया है charge में? Is there any case of modification or satisfaction of charge is not available on is available on MCA portal or not? We should check the same. Okay, sir. So in case of company, we should check each and everything from the MCA portal. Okay, sir. And for individual parties, we can check the same from the documents. Okay, sir. Next, do obtain the copies of various control returns because bank has to submit various MIS returns. Okay, on weekly basis, on monthly basis. In that case, we should check each and every MIS returns or various control based returns. So this is also one requirement during the bank branch audit. We should take from the branch manager regarding the various control returns. Okay, sir. And there is a report which is called SMA potential NPA weak standard assets sticky irregular account. Compare the report with 30th 9th 31st 12th 31st March. Okay, these reports are available in the CBS. We should take the report and after that convert the same into Excel file, and after that we should compare the weak accounts, the standard accounts, the potential NPA account, the PNPA accounts, and comment on that. Okay, and when we are going to analyze these things, we will found there is certain weakness in the internal control of the bank branch. Sir, how we can find? When we are going to compare the SMN with the potential NPA with the standard accounts, we will found certain common entries in that. Or if you found any common account, in that case, take that account number and demand for the account statement for the particular account and check the transactions. In case of the SMM, the weak standard assets, there are chances that account will be classified as a NPA, or bank has not classified the same, or the system has not classified the same, because there is a process that is garbage in and garbage out. So this is our responsibility to check. These report we should take, convert in Excel and compare with each other. Do carefully read the format of various reports, especially for LFAR and for Ghosh and Jalani report. This is our responsibility. We should check and this is my suggestion to all of you before going for the bank branch audit. Take a printout of that LFAR report. Okay, and there are multiple questions available in the LFAR long form audit report, and on the basis of that LFAR report, we should make one query report. Okay, we should make one questionnaire based on that, and on behalf of that questionnaire, we should conduct our bank branch audit. Okay, if you read that LFAR, in that case, you will found multiple questions which we need to check at the time of bank branch audit. Okay, sir. So prepare a possible questions regarding bank branch audit. Obtain a list of security item and do verify some stock on test check basis. Okay, this is also our responsibility. Check apne working paper. This is the must thing which we need to maintain, the working paper regarding the bank branch audit post completion of that bank branch. Okay, if there is any inquiry from bank, RBI, ICI, CBI, in that case we should submit those documents to that authority. So this is our responsibility to maintain the proper working papers, to maintain the proper working records regarding that. Okay, sir. Now do verify opening cash on surprise basis. We had already discussed on that how we can check the cash on surprise basis and what is the procedure to check the cash on surprise basis. Now obtain a TDS summary and interest report. Ensure that TDS is deducted wherever applicable. Okay, so for that purpose, how we can check? So जो भी इंटरेस्ट बैंक ने पे किया है, we just need to take one report regarding the interest payment during the financial year and deduction of TDS on that. Okay, and when you are going to take that report, when you are going to take that report in text file and convert the same in Excel, in that case you should take note of this. TDS, interest paid, TDS, just a minute. Okay, so just make one Excel sheet regarding the interest paid and TDS thereon. Okay, so that you will found the interest figure and the TDS figure. Then after, you should calculate the TDS figure manually on that interest payment. If there is any variation between the TDS figure calculated by the CBS or the TDS figure which you had calculated manually, in that case, this is a signal that there is a weakness in the internal control system of that bank. Okay, sir. So this is also a way from which we can check that there is a internal control weakness exist or not. Okay, sir. Or then after, the TDS deduction has to be same confirmed with the TDS return filed. We should check the we should take the copy of the टीडीएस पेमेंट रिसिप्ट फ्रॉम दैट बैंक ब्रांच के सर आपने ये जो टीडीएस पेमेंट किया है ना उसकी हमको रिसिप्ट दे दो एंड ऑल्सो प्रोवाइड अस द रिटर्न्स ऑफ योर टीडीएस so that we can ensure the same. Okay sir, because this is the one thing which we need to keep in our mind for our tax audit purpose also. Okay, sir. Now, do obtain a report on advances on which interest at the rate of zero or nil rate has been charged. So this is a specific report which we need to take from the bank. Okay, on we need to demand from the bank that sir, which are your account which on which you are going to charge an interest rate at the rate of 0%. Okay, sir. So take this also. Next, if there is any vehicle loan, if there is any vehicle loan, in that case you can ensure the ownership from the website which is given here regarding your parivahan app. There is one app called parivahan app and you can also check the same on the www.parivahan.gov.in online services. So from doing this exercise you can know the ownership of that vehicle. From that you can check that the loan and the ownership is same or not, or the borrower has bought that particular vehicle or not. Okay, sir. So this is the thing we can verify. We should verify in case of vehicle loan. This is our responsibility to verify the thing for verifying the vehicle loan. Okay. So this is the way. So for company related aspect, we can check on MCA portal. For vehicle related aspect, we can check from the online website. Or for quotation related, we are also going to talk on that topic. That is in case of term loan, how we can verify. So in case of corporate borrower, you should compare the MCA portal balance sheet and the balance sheet provided to the bank branch. Do not conduct, very special, do not conduct the audit on the basis of account statement of the borrower. Rather, conduct the audit on the basis of the statement provided by the bank to the RO, ZO and HO. Okay, because bank branch has to submit certain weekly reports or submit certain that is web based return to the HOZO. In that case all the figures are given by that bank branch to the HOZO, so we can compare those figures with the figures of the borrower account. Okay sir, so this is our responsibility. We should compare web based return data with the borrower data. I am not saying that we should check the things in each and every account. We should check we should check these things on random basis. Okay, we should select certain samples and on those samples we should check the data. Now you can convert the bank data of loan in Excel file to determine drawing power and NPA status. Sir, how can we decide the drawing power? We are going to calculate the drawing power also in this session itself. But when you are going to take one report that is on advances, okay, take in text and convert the same in Excel, okay, but when you are going to text file, in that case communicate the same to the branch manager. Sir, we need a file of advances. In this we need a separate amount regarding the drawing power of that particular borrower, with one column is required regarding sanction limit. Okay, sanction limit, drawing power and outstanding. Okay, and compare the same. If the sanction is in excess of the drawing power, in that case we should take the further actions. So take that report, convert the same in Excel and make your analysis and make your judgment. Okay sir. Closing circular of the bank must be read carefully regarding the banking policy. We had already covered that part. Obtain register of new credit facilities sanctioned during the year and examine the loan document of all major advances. This is our responsibilities. All the loans which is sanctioned by the branch in the current financial year, that is the period on which we are going to doing the audit. In that case we should check the documents, we should check the document file of that particular loan. Okay sir. RBI circular are overriding on the bank internal circular. This is also a very much important task at the time when you got the bank branch audit, when you got the appointment letter from the branch. First take the closing circular of that particular bank and then compare the directions in the internal circular with the directions given by the RBI. Okay, and if there is any difference in opinion, in that case you should take the note of the guidance note which is given by the RBI. Okay, sir. And this is an important task. Take your attendance certificate. Okay, sir. Now, special points regarding NPA. Sir, यहाँ तक सब कुछ okay है क्या? Just comment in the chat box so that we can talk on the NPA non-performing assets. Everything is okay for you? Everyone is getting my points? Sir, regarding NPA, non-performing assets, an account is considered as NPA when it ceases to generate the income. Okay, that means interest is not served by that particular account. In that case, that account should be converted as your considered as your non-performing assets. Okay, there is a timeline of 90 days. Now, if one account of the borrower is NPA, in that case, all the accounts which is linked to that particular CIF, all the account will be considered as your non-performing assets. Okay, this is just a basic thing. I'm not going to take more time on that. Okay, you just, if you want to confirm, in that case you just take the NPA list from the bank branch. In that case, certain accounts you should take and the CIF number, and on the behalf of that CIF number, you just need to put the CIF number in the CBS software, CBS banking software. When you will put the CIF number in that CPS software, in that case you will find the all the accounts which is related, which is linked to that particular CIF, and in that case you should check that all the accounts are considered as NPA or not. Okay, sir. If an account of partnership firm and company has become NPA, in that case जो director और partners के account होंगे, the accounts of the directors and partner of that company, that will not be considered as your non-performing assets. Then, when a standard account is restructured, it will be treated as NPA. However, there are two exceptions. If restructuring is due to MSME or COVID-19, or is project under implementation. Okay, because if there is any restructuring, sir, if there is any restructuring, consider the same as NPA. Okay, but if the restructuring is on account of COVID-19, in that case, not considered as NPA. Or if your project is under implementation, sir, what do you mean by project is under implementation? That your project is not completed and your project is under implementation. For that purpose, you had applied a loan for 15 crore rupees. And during the implementation, you found certain more requirements and you had enhanced the limit to 17 crore rupees. In that case, this restructuring is not considered as NPA. Okay, sir. So this is the point which we need to mind. And for that purpose, one report is required. Just take one report from the bank branch manager that, sir, please provide us a report regarding the restructuring of the accounts. In that case, you should check that the restructuring is considered as NPA or not, and if not considered as NPA, in that case, take the reasons for that. Okay, sir. If the NP account is regularized on the last date, please ensure that it is not from sanctioning additional facilities, allowing temporary overdraft and transfer from another customer account of the branch. Suppose if any account is going to NPA on 31st March, and if there is a deposit of amount on 25th of March, in that case, this is an early warning signal for us. This account should be categorized as a red flag account. Okay, so that for that purposes, we should check that from which account the amount is credited to the particular account. Okay, जब हम लोग ये check करेंगे तो हमको पता चल जाएगा there is a mistake or not. Suppose the account is credited with amount of 2 lakh rupees. Okay, and the same amount has been credited by one another account which is in the same bank. In that case, the bank manager has done this entry. Suppose there is a possibility, so in that case, check each and everything. Just take the account statement, and if there is any transfer, in that case you should check the counter account also from which the amount is credited in the particular account, so that we can check the genuineness of that particular transaction. Okay, also we can do this task. The asset should be classified as NPA in the applicable category of substandard D1, D2, D3 or loss assets. Okay. So, अपने को if you are going to do any account as a NPA or if you are going to consider any account as NPA, in that case you should also decide the category, that is up to 12 months this is an sub assets, and after that D1, D2 or after 3 years the account should be classified as your loss assets, and on the basis of valuation bank has to write off the amount. Okay, sir. So this is the basic task which we are going to do in case of bank branch audit. If the account is NPA on 31/3/2023 but not declared as NPA by the bank and account is closed in April itself, so far as per RBI circular is concerned, it should be considered as NPA. Sir, you got my point? If there is NPA on 31st March but bank has not considered the same as NPA, or in April month if the account has closed, in that case, you should consider that account as NPA. The RBI Masters RBI circular is also there regarding that. If the account is NPA on 31st March 2023 but not declared as NPA by the bank and the account got regularized in the course of audit itself, RBI guideline says that it should be considered as NPA because it was NPA, and when you are doing the audit, you declare that the particular account is NPA and there is any transaction done by the bank manager or there is any transaction done by that borrower. In that case, you should consider that account as NPA because on 31st March 2023, that account was NPA and we are going to audit for 31st March 2023, not for the April month. Okay, sir. If branch manager insists you that, sir, now this account is regularized and please not to do this account as NPA because this account is now regularized. In that case, you should commend to that branch manager, sir, we are here to audit your accounts for 31st March 2023 and we are going to consider this account as NPA. Okay, sir. An account which is standard and shown as standard by the bank can attract MOC. Account is standard and bank has also considered as standard, but the category was that bank has considered that account as non-priority sector and you are going to consider that account as priority sector, or bank has considered that account as a priority sector and you are going to consider that account as non-priority sector. In that case, there is a variation in between the rate of interest, as we had already discussed on that the calculation will be perfect by CBS, but the genuine or the correctness is reflected from what input are you going to insert in the CBS software. If you consider any account as priority sector, in that case the interest rate will be lower. Okay, in that case, if as per the law the account has to be considered as non-priority sector, in that case there is a change in the interest rate, so MOC can be passed in that case, or MOC must be passed in that case. So we need to carefully examine the category also, that the particular account is going to that particular category or not, or the particular account is qualified for that particular category or not. Okay, sir. So everything is okay regarding non-performing assets, then I am going to discuss on the topic that is our term loan, how we can decide the NPA in case of our term loan. Sir, in case of term loan, interest or installment is overdue for more than 90 days, in that case the same should be considered as your NPA. Please note that 2023 not a leap year, and if an account was overdue on 31st 12 2022, the irregularity are not removed up to 31st March 2023, then it will be considered as NPA because 90 days over. So in that case the account has to be considered as your NPA. If there is any term loan, okay, in case of term loan there is one scheme that is we had already discussed on that CGT SME scheme. Okay, that is, this scheme is specifically for MSME sector. Regarding term loan, in that case no collateral is required. In that case, no collateral is required in this MSME scheme. In that case, if the borrower is taking any loan for a specific purpose, that is for buying that plant and machinery, in that case you should check the quotation, reconfirm the figure from that person, that is the supplier, and confirm that the machinery has already delivered to that borrower. Okay, and if there is any doubt in your mind, you can check the same by the physical verification of that machinery. Okay, this is also power which is in your hand. You can check the same and you can do the physical verification also. Okay, if the amount is huge. So, or from that quotation, you should check the GST and data of that particular supplier so that you can comment on the genuineness of the supplier also. Okay, and also you can check that the particular machinery is usable for that particular borrower or not. Okay, how you can check the same? You should analyze the nature of the business of that borrower, and then after check that the requirement of the machinery is the business of that borrower is not, or yes. So you will found something. Okay, sir. So this is the way by which you can check the genuineness of the transaction regarding the term loan. Ensure that the fixed assets actually purchased and payment is made to the seller directly. However, if the fixed assets are already purchased by the party before sanction of the loan may be reimbursed in the current and CC account of the borrower. The same should be mentioned in the sanction letter, and it should be exceptional cases only, not in routine matter. बिकॉज मैक्सिमम टाइम क्या होता है, हमारे पास में कोटेशन आता है रिगार्डिंग टर्म लोन कि सर वी आर गोइंग टू डू दिस टास्क एंड फॉर दैट पर्पस वी नीड द अमाउंट, एंड when we are going to call to that supplier says that the work is already done. Okay, in that case how we can check, sir? So we need to check the account statement of that particular borrower, on which date the amount is credited to the particular supplier account, so that we can found. And if there is a situation in which borrower has already paid the amount to that supplier and bought that plant and machinery, and after that the borrower is going for the loan regarding MSME scheme, in that case MSME scheme is not applicable in that case, and borrower is not eligible to take the loan without security. So this is a very specific issue we need to be taken care. Or for financial year 2022-2023, this is a very specific task. We need to be very much careful while auditing the term loan regarding the without collateral security segment. Okay, this segment is really very much important, and we need to be very much critical examine these situations. So this is the task. Please check these things very carefully regarding term loan. In case of imported machinery, check the same from IC Gate portal. If the borrower is engaged in the import and export business, in that case, we may take one reference from the IC Gate portal. Okay, on that IC Gate portal, we just need to mention the shipping bill number, and when we are going to provide the shipping bill details, all the details related to that export or all the details related to that import will be there on that IC Gate portal, and we can check the same. Okay, sir. So this is the process how we can check the import and export. Sir, please give directions to your team regarding that before starting the bank branch audit in your office itself, so that you can conduct the bank branch audit in an efficient way. And if possible, I am permitting you that please share this recording, the recording of this video with your articles and with your office staff, so that they can also take the knowledge regarding the bank branch audit, or when they will go to the bank branch audit. In that case, this video will be very much useful for all of them, and they can apply those principles at the time of bank branch audit. Because in this 2 day session, we are not going to discuss any type of law. We have just discussed the practical aspect of bank branch audit, and these practical aspects are really very important for conducting the bank branch audit. Okay, sir. Now ensure that the term loan is utilized only for the purpose of which it was given. Okay, if this is for a specific purpose regarding purchase of plant and machinery, you can check the account statement that the payment has to be done to the supplier or not, or the plant and machinery has actually bought or not, or the business is going on or not. Sir, how you can check that business? You can check the data from the GSTN portal also. Okay, this facility is also available. So there are multiple facilities available from which you can check the status of that particular borrower. Suppose Here is one example is also available. Suppose a term loan was sanctioned for a hotel project, but it is utilized for the construction of mall. In such cases, there will be huge difference in the rate of interest, and you will found the revenue leakage. Sir, this is the reason when we are going for bank branch audit or when we are doing the concurrent audit, we are not able to find a single rupee of revenue leakage. Sir, what is the reason behind this? बिकॉज हम लोग कभी उस वे में सोचते ही नहीं है, हम लोग जस्ट फ्रॉड को प्लान करते हैं या फिर हम लोग जस्ट उसकी जो डॉक्यूमेंटेशन पार्ट है वहां देखते हैं, हम लोग कभी इनपुट पे फोकस नहीं करते हैं, जबकि वी शुड फोकस ऑन द इनपुट इटसेल्फ। जब आरबीआई का इंस्पेक्शन स्टाफ आता है, व्हेन द इंस्पेक्शन स्टाफ फ्रॉम द आरबीआई डिपार्टमेंट एंड दे विल रिकॉर्ड एंड दे विल फाउंड मल्टीपल रेवेन्यू लीकेजेस फ्रॉम दैट पर्टिकुलर ब्रांच। ओके, सो हाउ दे कैन get the figure of that revenue leakage? Because वो उस वे के अंदर सोचते हैं। so this is the time we should also develop our thinking in that way, so that we can also find out certain revenue leakages during the bank branch audit. Okay sir, regarding credit card, what is to be checked in case of credit card? When the minimum balance due as mentioned in the statement is not fully paid within 90 days from the payment due date mentioned in the statement, it become NPA. This is the important term which we need to be take care in case of credit card. But there is no rollover in case of credit card. Okay, we had already shared this example regarding rollover in our earlier session, in our yesterday session. Okay, you can take reference of that from our yesterday session regarding credit card. Sir, cash credit and your packing credit. Packing credit is specifically applicable in case of export. If you are going to do the bank branch and the branch is involved in the activities of that export and import, in that case, you can find out the term PCC and also cash credit facility. So, how you can calculate the NPA in case of cash credit facility or in case of packing credit for that purpose? If the DP is allowed, DP means drawing power is allowed in account on the basis of stock statement is more than 180 days. There is no submission of a stock statement from the last 180 days. In that case, that account should be classified as NPA. So when you are going to do the audit of that CC account, PCC account, you should check the file of that particular borrower. Or, sir, a very special thing. When you will check the file, you will found the stock statement not an issue. 100% you will found the stock statement. But this is our responsibility that stock statement is proper or not. Sir, how we can check the stock statement? So you should know the facts of drawing power calculation. Sir, can we take the practical example of drawing power? Please comment in the chat box so that I can take the example. I am just required your permission for taking the drawing power calculation. Just comment in the chat box. Are you interested or not? Yes, sir. How you are going to calculate the drawing power? Sir, what do you mean by drawing power? That on the basis of the security which is provided by the borrower, what is the limit of that borrower, that what amount has to be given to that borrower, we can calculate by calculating the drawing power. That is shortly we can say that DP, drawing power. Okay, this is also a very relevant term at the time when we are going for the stock audit also. Okay, stock audit is completely based on that drawing power itself. So most probably in maximum cases the CC is on your account of your stock and on account of your debtors. Okay, sir. CC is on account of your stock and on account of your debtors. So you should just take the stock at realizable value. Okay, and for calculating the drawing power, you first review the sanction letter of that particular borrower. Okay, we should check the sanction letter because in each and every sanction letter you will found certain conditions, certain terms regarding the calculation of the drawing power, and it will different from case to case. So it will be an important term for us. So first take the stock realizable value. Okay, in certain cases, if you will check the sanction letter, there is a acceptable level or acceptable limit for creditors. In that case, till that level you should not take that creditors. That means if in sanction letter there is a clause mentioned that up to 5 lakh rupees the creditor is acceptable, that means if your creditor is 10 lakh rupees, in that case 5 lakh is acceptable, you just less the 5 lakh rupees figure. Okay sir, in that case my example I have taken that the stock is 1000 rupees, okay, or the credit is 100 rupees. So for calculating the drawing power you should take the paid stock only. Unpaid stock is not considered for calculating the bank branch audit. So, sir, how we can calculate the unpaid stock? So, or how we can calculate the paid stock? For that purpose, you just take the complete stock, that is 1000 rupees, just for example. Then less sundry creditors from that, suppose 100 rupees. Then if there is any goods on LC and BG, in that case, less that figure. You will found the paid stock. Okay, sir. Or in this case, the paid stock is 800 rupees. Okay, sir. Less margin. Normally, the margin will be 25%. Okay. So, less the margin, that is 25%. When you will less the margin 25%, you will found the DP on account of the stock. Your drawing power on account of your stock is 600 rupees. Okay, sir. Now, regarding debtors, suppose your debtors is 500 rupees, ineligible debtors. Sir, what do you mean by the ineligible debtor? If you will check the sanction letter of that particular borrower, you will found in that section, sanction letter one clause, and in that clause specifically mentioned that debtors up to 90 days is considered for calculation of drawing power, or in certain cases there is a limit of 180 days. Okay, so if the debtors are beyond that time period, in that case those debtors should be considered as your ineligible debtors. So 500 less your 100, you will found the eligible debtors. And there is also a margin, and margin is also specifically mentioned in your section letter that the margin is your 25% or 40%. Accordingly, in my case, I just suppose the margin is also 25%. So I need to less that figure, and that the 300 rupees in my DP on account of debtors, and my total drawing power is 900 rupees. So from that process, I need to check the drawing power, that the drawing power is perfect or not. Sir, this calculation is also perfect in the stock statement provided by the borrower if your borrower is sound. And if the accountant of that borrower is sound, and if the professional of that borrower is sound, or if the branch manager of that branch is sound, in that case, stock statement will also be okay. Sir, then how we can detect certain irregularities if available? In that case, you should check. You should check the stock. You should check the stock if available with the audit report of that client. Okay, sir. Suppose you are going to check the stock statement of June 2022, or there is a stock audit, there is the audit report available on 31st of March 2022. In that case, you can compare that stock, add the purchases less the sales regarding 3 months, and you will found the June month stock, and compare the same with your stock statement, and in 99% cases there will be a difference in the stock, and you will found that the DP is not correct. So this is the chances of internal weaknesses. This is the chances of manipulation of figures. Okay, one question is there: what is the treatment of advances received from debtors when deducted from debtors? Yes, if there is any advances, in that case you should deduct that figure from those debtors for calculating the drawing power. Okay, and if the specific clause is available in the section letter, in that case you should not consider the same, but you should check the section letter for specification. If there is a specific clause, in that case you should not adjust the advances figure, and if there is no specific clause available, in that case you should deduct that figure. Okay sir. Advances कब होगा? If there is buying and selling both, in that case also there is a chances that there will be advances. Okay, this is the possibility. You should not consider those advances without a specific clause in the section letter, because at the time of bank branch audit you are not eligible, or you are not eligible, or you are not this is not possible for you to check the complete books of that particular party. Okay, Girish, is that okay? This is the drawing power calculation which we just need to check, and we just need to take the Excel from that particular bank branch, that is text file, and then convert the same in Excel, in which you can found the drawing power figure, the section limit, and the outstanding balances, and compare the same. And in certain cases you should check that the drawing power which is mentioned in the text report is correct as per the stock statement which is provided by the borrower. And also you will found certain differences in that case also, and if there is differences in that case, report the same in a specific clause in the long form audit report, and a specific observation should be provided by you. Okay, sir. So that is what is the process we need to follow. Now I am going to take another point. So DP, is that okay? Now, if account is continuous overdrawn for more than 90 days, in that case, that account should be considered as your NPA. If the interest is not serviced within the 90 days, in other words, there is a no credit for more than 90 days, or the insufficient credit as compared to the debit, in that case that account should be considered as your NPA. These are the parameter for considering the account as NPA. Okay, sir. Read those parameters carefully regarding cash credit and regarding your packing credit. Okay, sir. Now, if there is any inherent weaknesses, in that case that account should also be considered as your NPA. Suppose if there is a poor operation of that account, we are going to read that from these lines. There may be cases of inherent weaknesses where there is a very poor operation in the account as compared with the sales, frequent dishonor of check, frequent request for TOD, or delay in submission of stock statement, delay in renewal submission of financial data. These are the indication of poor operation of that account, and on that behalf you can consider that account as your NPA. Okay, do classify these account as NPA due to inherent weaknesses. This is also an opportunity which is in your hand. Next, there may be cases of inherent weaknesses where there is very poor. Okay, we had considered it. Fall in value of security in excess of 50% of the security. Suppose the security provided by the borrower was 1 CR, and in current situation this security is 50 CR only, or 45 CR only, except in cases of fire, theft, natural calamity, will lead to transfer of that account to doubtful category of NPA. Directly transfer that account to doubtful. Sir, how you can check the value of that particular security? If the borrower is going to provide any particular security with the particular loan, in that case there is one valuation report is also available, so you can take reference of that valuation report, and in each and every 3 years the bank has to take a revaluation report from the valuer. Okay, sir. So you should check the same, and also carefully check the, sir, these are the very small points, but we need to be very much careful while doing the audit. Sir, regarding valuation reports, specific attention given by you should check the valuation report. कई बार क्या होता है, हम लोग उस valuation report को पढ़ लेते हैं, everything is okay, amount is okay, everything is okay. In the front of the report, carefully examine that who is the valuer. Suppose you are going to read the valuation report of any machinery and the engineer is your civil engineer, is that possible? Or if you are going to do the read the valuation report of particular building and the engineer is mechanical engineer, sir, is that possible? In 50% cases you will found these issues. So these are the very much relevant issues, these are the very much effective issues. So this is the point, we need to be very much careful on account of these. These are the early warning signals for fraud. Okay, sir. So regarding valuation report, keep these points in your mind. जस्ट अपने को रीड आउट नहीं करना है, फिगर्स चेक नहीं करना है, देखना है कि जिसने वो रिपोर्ट इशू की है, द अथॉरिटी हु हैज इशूड दैट रिपोर्ट, that person has the authority or not, or that person is authorized to issue that report or not. This is the specific thing which we need to be carefully taken care. Then There may be cases where there is a huge difference in the value of stock debtor creditor as compared to the monthly quarterly statement given by party and the audited balance sheet. How you can check? I have already shared the method. If the corporate, in that case, you can check the same from MCA portal. If audited, then you can check the same from your audited statement. And for a different period, you can check by adding the purchase and deducting the sales figure. You will find out the actual figure of stock as per the books of. Okay, sir. Then obtain audited balance sheet for last 3 years and calculate the drawing power in that account. Okay, if you found and if you think that there is certain irregularities available in that particular account, in that case you can take the audited financial of last 3 years and calculate the drawing power of last 3 years and compare the same with the account statement or the stock statement provided by the borrower, and the same has been incorporated in the CPS system. And if there is any mismatch, in that case you can qualify your report. And if there is huge difference, that account should be classified as your non-performing assets only. Interest एकदम बराबर चल रहा है, outstanding कुछ भी नहीं है, हम ये नहीं कह सकते that account is regular. If there is any inherent weakness, in that case that account has to be classified as your NP account. Sir, everything is okay for you? In export finance, if borrower has taken credit facility on account of export, that is packing credit, in that case you should check that the orders are genuine or not, export orders are genuine or not. Sir, how we can check that the export orders are genuine or not? You can check the payment process. Also you can check the shipment details on the IC Gate portal and confirm the same. If there is genuine transaction, in that case all the data will be available on your IC Gate portal, and by this verification you can confirm the genuineness of transactions in case of your export. Okay, sir. Next, in export finance, ensure when the PCL is given, it is adjusted out of FBP against export outside India. Okay. If PCL is allowed and most of the sale is domestic, issue MOC for the difference in interest given details. Okay, if there is any PCL packing credit loan is issued to the borrower and the maximum sales is on account of domestic sales, you can check the same on the GSTN portal data. Okay, sir. So if you found that the maximum sales is on account of your domestic sales, in that case there is a variation in the interest rate in case of your PCL or in case of your normal loan. In that case you can provide MOC regarding the rate of interest. This is also one possibility. In that case you can issue the MOC. Okay, sir. In case PCL is taken from one bank and FBP from other bank, in that there may be fraud case, be careful and report accordingly. Sir, how you can check the same? You can check the same through the CIBIL report of that particular borrower. You can check the CIBIL report. You will find each and every account in that CIBIL report, and then after you can analyze the things. And you can check the transactions. If there is transaction between the FBP bank and between the PCL bank, in that case there is a chances of fraud. Okay, sir. WIP should be very reasonable level and not as high 10 months. Okay, because if there is a high WIP, that is work in progress, in that case there is no manufacturing activities, or the manufacturing activities is at very slow level. Okay, so this is to be very much carefully examined. We should take care of it. Okay, sir, how we can check the same? When you are getting the stock statement from that particular borrower, when you are getting the stock statement from that particular borrower, in that stock statement you will find the WIP. Take that figure and also compare the same with the audited financial statement, because there is a WIP figure in audited financial statement also. And if there is no such difference found in these two data, in that case that means there is a huge volume of WIP, and report the same. If the stock holding period, debtors creditors holding period increases abnormally, then it is a problem account. There may be fictitious sale and purchase, the account may be hidden NPA. Okay, sir. So this is the specific point we need to be take care of it. If the limit is sanctioned on the basis of provisional balance sheet of 31st March, there is a huge difference in the final audited balance sheet in the key figure. such as sale, net profit, and stock, it may be a serious issue. Okay, so when you are going to check the data of a particular borrower, in that case, you should check the data of CMA, which is provided by the borrower to the bank, that is your CMA data, and compare the same with the final audited data. And if there is a huge difference, in that case, for taking the loan, then borrower has provided the fictitious data to the bank. Okay, in that case, just I'm talking from MSME scheme itself. In MSME scheme, borrower has to provide the CMA data. Okay, and bank is going to give the loan. Bank is going to provide the loan on the basis of that CMA data. In that case, you should check the CMA data with the audited financial statement. In CMA data, if there is a sale of 8 CR and you are going to check the audited data and there is a sale just of 2 crore rupees, huge difference. This is a serious matter and report the same. So when you are going for bank branch audit and for specific, I am very much specific regarding your term law. Okay, carefully take note of it. Where there is no collateral security provided by the borrower, we should be very much careful for that. If there is any abnormal item in the closing stock which is not sold for past several years, do inquiry whether the stock actually exists or whether it is saleable or not. Okay, you should check this and you can take reference of stock audit report if applicable. And if there is no stock audit report available, in that case, you can do the physical verification of that particular stock if you have any doubt regarding that. Okay, sir. Ensure that the branch has complied all terms and conditions as stipulated in the sanction letter before release of the credit facility. So you should check the sanction letter also on sample basis. I had already considered that point and we had already take our discussion on that point regarding the sanction letter. Then examine whether the legal search report issued by the advocate of the bank is conditional. There is any condition is in the legal report or not. If yes, whether all the conditions are complied with before sectioning the credit facilities. So these reports are very much relevant for us. One is our search report, another legal search report, and another is our valuation report. These two reports plays a very important. Okay, so we should be very much careful while doing the bank branch audit and take care of these reports. Check the properties valued from the approved valuer. And the example, there should not be a case where the property is valued by the mechanical engineer and the machinery is valued by the civil engineer. So this is a specific issue we need to be taken care. These notes regarding the bank branch audit which I had provided to you, they are really very much specific and based on the complete practical approach. So you should read those notes carefully and decide your audit in a practical way so that it will be very much useful for us and the session and the notes itself is fruitful for you. Verify the valuation reports includes the value of land, not the value of proposed building. Okay, check it. In when you are going to check the same, you will found certain issues in that case also. If you are going to provide the loan on account of land, in that case, that there is a valuation of land itself only, or the value of land has to be considered for the valuation purpose when you are going to provide the loan. Okay, sir. Although you are going to provide the loan for on account of construction, but at the time of providing that loan, the borrower is providing you just the land. So take note of it. Examine the KYC, know your client. This is the very must thing. Okay, when you are going to verify the particular file of that particular borrower, in that case, check all the KYCs available regarding the applicant, the co-applicant, and the guarantor. Okay, KYC is must Aadhaar and PAN, and if possible, then check the genuinity of that Aadhaar on the UIDAI portal. That is our that is government portal for Aadhaar, UIDAI portal, whatever will be the portal. You should check the data on the Aadhaar portal. Okay, you can confirm the age of the particular borrower on that Aadhaar portal. So this is my humble submission to you. You can check all those things. You can give that work to a particular proper person of your office. Okay, that is, and the person will be expert, and the person has to be expert in the traditional matters. Okay, sample is selected by certain technical person who is expert of Excel, and now these that is the checking of that file should be done by the traditional person who has the good knowledge of law. ओके, उसको ये पता हो कि वैल्यूएशन रिपोर्ट, हाउ वी कैन रीड द वैल्यूएशन रिपोर्ट, हाउ वी कैन रीड द सर्च रिपोर्ट, व्हाट आर द डॉक्यूमेंट्स which is required for issuing the particular loan, what is the things which is important in the sanction letter. These are the small points we need to be take care in our mind, and we need to prepare our team as per these points. Okay, sir. There may be cases where the account is debited and credited in the same day with no voucher of cash deposited and withdrawal. These type of transactions are not acceptable, sir. If you are going to audit for a KCC branch, that is a agriculture branch, you will found in case of rollover. In case of rollover, you will found 50,000 deposited in cash, 50,000 withdrawal in cash. Not to do anything, just demand the voucher from the bank branch manager for that specific day. Okay, this is our authority, we can check the same. Or when you will going to vouch that particular voucher, in that case you will found that the voucher is fitted by the branch manager or banking staff itself. Sir, how we can identify the same? राइटिंग मैच करवा लो उसके विड्रॉल के वाउचर की और उसके डिपॉजिट के वाउचर की, वो अमाउंट मैनेजर ने ही डिपॉजिट करवाया है फॉर एनपीए से उस अकाउंट को बचाने के लिए. This is the purpose of that branch manager. So we should take the vouchers, and when you are going to check the writing of that particular voucher, that is on receipt voucher, on withdrawal voucher and on deposit voucher, writing same होगी in maximum cases. You can found the sign, you can not found the sign on that vouchers. कोई भी साइन उन वाउचर्स पे अवेलेबल नहीं होंगे और राइटिंग सेम होगी. दीज आर द इंडिकेटर्स दैट द इंटरनल कंट्रोल ऑफ बैंकिंग सिस्टम इज वेरी मच वीक, एंड यू शुड स्पेसिफिकली रिपोर्ट दिस थिंग इन योर एलएफआर लॉन्ग फॉर्म ऑडिट रिपोर्ट. दिस इज अ वेरी मच स्पेसिफिक इशू इन केस ऑफ रोल ओवर इन केसीसी ब्रांचेस, और इन एमएसएमई ब्रांचेस you can also find these same. So be very much careful. Next, in some cases you can come across that there is a very little stock and very low debtors and extremely high cash balances in a particular account. In that case, there is a chances of diversion of fund. Okay, so take care of it. So this is our responsibility when we are going for the bank branch audit. When we are going for the bank branch audit, we should take care of it. When we are going for the bank branch audit, we should take care of it. So how we can retrieve that figure? So we can check the same from the audited balance sheet of that particular borrower. If some bank guarantee is involved or else is loved and the bank has made the payment and the same should be debited to CC account of that particular borrower, that cannot be kept under the sundry debtor and other debtors. If it is done, recalculate the outstanding balance in CC account from that date of payment by the bank and classify the account as NPA. If you are going to make any payment regarding LC and BG from your CC account and you are saying that the amount is my debtors and creditors, this is not possible. You should reduce that figure with your CC balance, and if there is a chances of your NPA, in that case you should consider that account as your NPA. This is also a very much specific issue, we need to be very much careful for that. Okay, sir. If inward clearing is received by branch and the branch has made the payment to the clearing house, but instead of debiting the CC account, the bank has transferred that account to the parking account of that particular bank, in that case you should issue the MOC and report the same in LFAR. So sir, it is my humble submission, it is my request to you, when you are going for bank branch audit, just specific care for the parking account of that particular bank branch. You should take the list of that parking account. Just say to the bank manager that, sir, please provide me the list of that parking accounts, I want to check. Okay, and check the transactions in those parking accounts, and if you found any doubtful, in that case check the transaction status. Okay, and the narration of that transaction, you will found something important which has to be reported in the LFAR, or you will also found certain things on behalf of which you can treat an account as a NPA. Okay, sir. So this is also a possibility if bank is going to transfer any amount to parking account, instead of transferring the same to the borrower account, in that case the account should be classified as NPA and report should be done in the long form audit report. Limit renewed without financial document should not be accepted. In March month, maximum bank branch are doing the work of renewal. Okay. Or when you will go to the bank branch on 31st March or 1st April, 2nd April, 4th April, 5th April, you will found in maximum cases documents are not available on account of renewal. और बैंक मैनेजर बोलेगा सर अभी आ रहे हैं डॉक्यूमेंट्स, तो पार्टी लेकर ही आ रही है, मैं अभी कॉल करता हूँ डॉक्यूमेंट्स आ जाएंगे. दीज आर द आर्ग्यूमेंट्स व्हिच वाज फाइल्ड बाय दैट ब्रांच मैनेजर. नॉट consider those arguments. Say to that branch manager that sir, this is your responsibility, you should take those documents before 31st March or at the time of renewal. You had not taken those documents, we are going to report the same in our LFAR report. And if there is a serious amount involved, in that case you should classify that account as a NPM. Because हो सकता है this is not a serious issue, but this is an internal weakness, inherent weakness. Due to audit they are providing the documents. So this is a very much specific issue. In case of renewal, we should be take care of it. While examining the loan, ensure that the date of stamp paper should be prior to the date of execution. Further, ensure that the stamp paper purchased in the name of borrower is not executed by the guarantor or vice versa. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो अवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. जस्ट हमने स्टाम्प पेपर देख लिया और एंश्योर हो गए कि सर स्टाम्प पेपर है, सो एवरीथिंग इज ओके. नो सर, प्लीज चेक द डेट ऑफ दैट स्टाम्प पेपर एंड द एग्जीक्यूशन डेट. दिस इज ऑल्सो वेरी मच रिलेवेंट फैक्टर. कहीं एग्जीक्यूशन पहले हो रहा है और स्टाम्प की डेट बाद में, दैट मीन्स देयर इज अ चांसेस ऑफ फ्रॉड एंड इन सर्टेन केसेस यू विल फाउंड द सेम. देयर इज ऑल्सो चांसेस फॉर दैट. Okay, so this is also indication, this is also a warning for us. Be careful when there is a regular practice of converting PCL limit to rupee loan. We should check why export bill not realized. That is what is one. And special care for parking account. Already here we should be very much specific regarding the parking accounts. Regarding education loan, sir, what is the point which we need to be take in our mind regarding education loan? So in education loan, examine from the file of the borrower whether the student has paid the fees for the second year, third year, fourth year. If the fees is not paid by the applicant out of the own margin money, then there is no problem. Otherwise, the student has left the course account, can be classified as an NPA. Okay, loan taken as an education loan. And after that, if the student has drop his study and the education loan is continued, in that case that account should be considered as your NPA. Okay sir, this is a very much specific point. If your branch has certain education loan, take note of it, carefully examine the same. हम लोग क्या करते हैं, documents verify कर लिए साहब education loan के. This is not sufficient. Check that the payment is regularly done by the bank branch to the particular education institute or not. Okay, if there is no payment by the bank branch, in that case consider that account as NPA. Okay sir, so this is also early warning situation. Points regarding KCC, that is our Kisan credit card. I am not talking from normal credit card, I am talking from the point of view of Kisan credit card. There is one comment in the WhatsApp group that they had not received the material regarding today's session. So we had already shared the complete material on tomorrow, on yesterday in the WhatsApp group. Okay sir, so we had already provided the content, although I am now going to provide the same. Just one minute. So yes, material provided. You can check the WhatsApp group. Now, sir, regarding KCC, but before starting the KCC segment, just confirm me that prior each and every segment is okay for you. Each and everything is okay. Just confirm me in the chat box. Regarding interest summation, press note dated 17/8/2022. Interest summation at the rate of 3% is available to the agriculturalist in the cases KCC journal as well as KCC of animal. However, maximum permissible limit of loan amount is 3 lakh. If the loan amount is in excess of 3 lakh rupees, in that case, there is no interest subvention. So, you should demand one report from that bank branch manager that, sir, please provide us one report of advances on account of KCC and just give us the report with the sanction amount and the outstanding balance. On that behalf, you can calculate that those which account are eligible for the interest subvention and which account those are not eligible for the interest subvention. Then after, you can take one list regarding the interest subvention from that bank branch manager and compare the same, reconcile the same by VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, or you can use the another formula for verification in Excel. Okay, sir. So this task has to be done in your Excel, and you should do this task at the time of starting of your bank branch, because when जब आप वहां से बैंक को लीव कर रहे होगे, व्हेन यू आर लीविंग दैट बैंक ब्रांच, एट दैट टाइम बैंक ब्रांच मैनेजर विल कम टू यू एंड से, सर दीज सर्टिफिकेट्स आर पेंडिंग, प्लीज साइन ऑन दैट सर्टिफिकेट्स रिगार्डिंग द इंटरेस्ट सबवेंशन. Don't sign on those certificates, just to check each and everything from the reports generated from the CTS, then reconcile the figure in Excel and then calculate that the figure provided in the certificate and the figure which is available in the Excel is same or not, and if there is any difference, then report the same. This is the chances. Okay, I have just given you the example regarding KCC. Okay, sir. So this is a specific point we need to be very much careful. Further, the subvention is available only when the bank is charging interest at the rate of 7%, not above 7%. That also in regular accounts, not overdue accounts. Okay, sir. Now, sir, in case of MSME, specific circular is still pending, not issued by the Reserve Bank of India. But what is the provision by the circular issued by the RBI on 5/2/2022? 2% interest subvention in case of MSME for new credit facilities sanctioned or enhanced from 2/11/2018 to 31st March 2020, and now extended 31st March 2021. Earlier, manufacturing and service sector was included in this scheme. Now, trading is also considered as MSME. We all know this fact that trading is also an MSME. In that case, the requirement of Aadhaar Udyog is not required now, and GST registration is not mandatory now. However, this scheme is not applicable for NP accounts and not applicable to MSME exporters if they are availing the interest subvention for pre-shipment and post-shipment credit. That means if you are going to take the benefit of one scheme, in that case you are not eligible to take the benefit of another scheme. This is the general principle, not an issue. But you are eligible to take the benefit of MSME interest subvention, that is 2% in case of your MSME on account of trading also. Further, MSME availing interest subvention from any scheme of state government, central government is not eligible under this scheme. The maximum ceiling on which this subvention is available is 1 crore rupees. Okay, all accounts which are controlled by the bank under MSME scheme are eligible now. Please note that no such scheme is declared till now for financial year 2022-2023. That means in case of trading, there is no interest subvention because no scheme is available or no scheme is given by the Reserve Bank of India. That is what is the specific point regarding MSME. If the branch is going to provide the interest subvention to trader also, sir, how we can verify? So in our yesterday session, we had discussed when you are going to take the advances list, you should take the list category wise or product wise. Okay, in product you will clearly found if there is any trading, or if there is any trading account, in that case check that there is interest subvention exist or not, and if yes, then refer this point, because there is no scheme provided by the Reserve Bank of India on account of the interest subvention in case of trading MSME. Rollover in case of KCC account, check vouchers for that we had already discussed the chances. Okay, short crop season agar hai, then in that case 2 crop seasons. If the amount is not received within 2 crop season, in that case we should consider that as a NPA. This is the specific norms in case of KCC account. If long crop season, in that case 1 crop season. Sir, how we can decide 2 crop season or short crop season or long crop season? This is differ in case of state to state. and you should take note of SLBC guidelines regarding that. Okay, there is a SLBC guideline regarding that state specific. Suppose you are getting the bank branch audit of Punjab. In that case, you need to take care of the rules for Punjab itself. At that time, when you will got the appointment letter from the bank branch and the bank branch is agriculture, in that case, take the particular specific notification from SLBC. Okay, guideline of SLBC regarding long crop and short crop, and according to that, you should decide the NPM. Check calculation of interest summation. We had already discussed on that. You should generate the text file, calculate the figure manually in that Excel, and then compare with the report generated by the CBS software. If there is same day cash deposit and cash withdrawal, in that case, take significant note of it. Specifically mention the same in the long form audit report. Sir, confusing part. What is the requirement of UDIN in case of bank branch audit? So there are requirement of two UDIN. Okay, because tax audit is a separate assignment, so there is a two UDIN should be generated in case of bank branch audit. One for tax audit report, as another for your statutory audit report, LFAR and certificate. Okay, sir. So now no confusion regarding UDIN. Two UDIN should be generated because two separate assignments are there. One is your statutory audit and another is your tax audit. So two separate UDIN is generated. Okay, sir. Now certain special points are there regarding your Excel tools. Okay, what are the special points? We are going to discuss on that. You should take certain reports, that is accounts opened during the year. Okay, take the your text file, convert the same in Excel. Okay, then after compare with the data which is in a CBS. Okay, you should select certain accounts or take the note of it and check those accounts in the CBS, check the account statement, okay, and check the CIF number. You should take the Excel sheet in which the CIF number is also exist regarding that particular account, so that you can verify the other accounts which is linked to that particular CIF. Okay, sir. So this list you should take in text file and convert the same in Excel. Then after loan sanctioned during the year, loan closed during the year, SMA 012 list should be taken and recalculate the classification. On all these points, we had already done our discussion. I am just going to provide you the specific thing which we need to do in case of Excel. Now, renewal of accounts during the period, take the list, generate the Excel sheet for those accounts which is stock audit is mandatory. Sir, how we can check? You can just check the sanction limit in the advances report. And if the amount is more than 5 CR, in that case, stock audit is mandatory. You should take the stock audit report and carefully read that stock audit report. Convert certain account statement in Excel and calculate the debit and credit. Okay. Now, extract the data of staff accounts and check carefully. Sir, this is a very specific fraud prone area, your staff accounts in case of bank branch. Because you should check the staff accounts carefully and check the debit and credit transaction in that particular staff account. Check the debit and credit transaction in that particular staff account. Okay, sir. So this is our responsibility to take care, special care for staff accounts. How we can take care? So for that purpose, you should just take the text file regarding the staff accounts from that bank branch manager or banking staff, convert the same in Excel and take the account statement and check the debit and credit. Okay, कहीं यूपीआई से पैसा तो नहीं आ रहा है, मल्टीपल टाइम वो स्टाफ है जो ट्रांसफर कर रहा है अमाउंट 1 lakh 2 lakh 5 lakh, that is significant amount is transferred by that particular staff. In that case, this is also an indication for fraud. Compare the last year financial statement with the current year financial statement. We had already discussed on that in our yesterday session. Convert trial balance in Excel for simplicity. We had already discussed Excel of advances and deposit scheme wise. We should take test check of Delhi exception report. We should take care of it. And GL report from 23 March to 7th April की हमको GL report वहां से बैंक मैनेजर से लेनी है, so that we can check the unusual transactions if any during that period. Okay, sir. Now, there are certain financial tools which is here for your reference. Okay, I am not going to discuss on those financial tools. These are in very simple language. You can read the same. Okay, sir. Now, Sir, RBI is provided certain early warning signals, and there are approx 45 early warning signals are there. Okay, so we are going to discuss on those signals one by one. Sir, first early warning signal by Reserve Bank of India. Default in payment to the bank, sundry debtors and other statutory bodies, that is bouncing of the high value check. If there is bouncing of checks, in that case, this is a early warning signal by the Reserve Bank of India. Sir, how we can check? On your sample basis. On your sample basis, you should just check the accounts of certain large borrowers or certain borrowers where there is a doubt in your mind. Okay, and check the account statement. And if there is a bounce, in that case, we should take care of it. Also, there is one CBS report is generated from the banking software in which you can found that in the particular financial year, how much amount of check are bounced by a particular borrower or in a particular account. So from that list, you can take your samples. So sir, what to do, you know very well. Okay, sir. So how you can get the sample? There is one report regarding that check bounce report. You should demand the same from the branch manager, and in that report, you will found the account wise report. Okay. Then take the account number, put the same in the CBS report, check the account statement. If there is high value, in that case, this is a early warning signal. Next, if there is any raid by income tax department, sales tax department, central excise duty officials, in that case, this is also an early warning signal. Sir, how we can check the same? You can discuss the same with the branch manager. Also, the details which is available in the file of that particular borrower, you can check the same from that file also. Frequent change in the scope of that project to be undertaken by the borrower. If there is frequent change in the project, okay, because when you are going to physically verify the file, in that case, you will found the project of that particular borrower. And if the loan is outstanding from last 3 year, last 4 year, in that case, you can check that there is any change in or not. Because how you can check? You have the financial audited financial statement of that particular borrower. You can check the same. And if the entity is not audited, in that case, there is certified financial statement are available. Okay, you can check the same from those certified financial statements. Under insured or over insured inventory, you can check the same because insurance note is also available in the physical verification file. You can check the insurance amount from that insurance cover note, and from the you can take the stock value from the stock statement or from the audited balance sheet and compare the same. If there is huge difference over or under valuation, that means there is a chances of fraud. Okay, so this is also an early warning. Dispute on title of collateral securities. If there is any dispute on the title of any collateral security, in that case, this is also an early warning signal. Closing of the project which is in wide variance with standard cost of installation of that project at the time of installation of that project. You had given the CMA data and you had also provided the estimated cost, and now the actual cost is also there in your records as per the bank statement. Compare the same. If there is huge difference, in that case, this is also an early warning signal for the fraud. Sir, how we can check the same? So you can check the CMA data. Suppose the loan is old for 3 years old. In that case, you can check the CMA data and check the transaction in the banking statement. In that case, you will found the figures. Funds coming from other bank to liquidate the outstanding loan amount. How you can find out? When you are going to check the bank statement of that particular borrower, you will found the same. There is a transaction from other banks. Okay, so in that case, there is chances of fraud. There is chances of manipulation. Foreign bill remaining outstanding for a long time, tendency for bill remain overdue. Okay, in that case, also there is a chances of fraud. If there is any foreign bill which is remaining unpaid for a longer term, in that case, there is a chances. Then clause in the issue of BGLC. If there is any clause available in the BGLC, in that case, this is also an important thing. Merchanting trade, import like not revealed in the bank. In that case, this is also an early warning signal. Request received from the borrower to postpone the inspection of godown for कुछ ऐसे बेतुके तर्क के कारण यहाँ पर अगर बोरोवर कहता है कि नॉट टू कम इन अवर प्रीमाइसेस एंड नॉट टू डू द फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन, देन दिस इज आल्सो एन अर्ली वार्निंग सिग्नल. डिले ऑब्जर्व्ड इन पेमेंट ऑफ आउटस्टैंडिंग ड्यू, दिस इज आल्सो एन अर्ली वार्निंग सिग्नल. Financing the unit 4 far away from the branch, claims not acknowledged at that high, frequent invocation of BG and development of LC, interest by sanctioning additional facilities. So I am not going to discuss on these points. You just go through with these points. These are relevant points, okay, for doing the bank branch audit. These are the early warning signal. If you found any issue regarding any of the point, you can connect with me over WhatsApp. Okay, sir. Now I am going to take special point, certain special point, because we have just half an hour and we need to complete multiple things. So, and these points are relevant, but you can read the points from yourself. So I am not going to take these points. Okay, sir, please comment in the chat box, or you want to take, then I may take the points. These are the very basic points, so I am not going to take the points. Sir, can we take the special consideration regarding Ghosh and Jalani report? This is completely based on your internal control. Nah. Sir, special consideration on Ghosh and Jalani report, that will be completely based on your internal control. First, ensure that the duties of star are noted and the prescribed intervals and duty roster is available with the branch. In Nirav Modi case, the auditor failed to report that duties of the loan officer are not noted as required. So this is a specific thing we need to take care of it. When we are going for the bank branch audit, we should take care of it. First, ask the branch manager, sir, what is your rotation period? कितने टाइम पीरियड में आप रोटेशन करते हो किसी ऑफिसर का जो कि यहाँ पर पोस्ट के ऊपर है फॉर सैंक्शनिंग द लोन. ओके, आफ्टर दैट यू शुड चेक द सेम विद द प्रीवियस रिकॉर्ड्स. केवल बैंक मैनेजर के कहने से हम यहाँ पर नहीं मानने वाले हैं. वी शुड चेक द रिकॉर्ड्स. ओके सर, सो दिस इज द वन पॉइंट रिगार्डिंग द घोष एंड जलानी रिपोर्ट. देन there is one point in that report whether the customer first goes to may I help you counter or then goes to the cashier. So sir, how you can verify the same? When you are going for the bank branch audit, one day you should choose 1 or 2 days as your working day in bank branch, and you should observe the nature of that banking in that bank branch. You will found certain persons are directly come in the bank and directly in the manager cabin, okay, or directly come to the loan officer, or they are not going to any table which is may I help you table, or a designated authority which is going to provide the reply to the particular questions of that particular person. So in that case, this is also a reportable fact and we should report the same in Ghosh and Jalani report. In maximum cases in this report, we are going to provide the blank report. So this is really a serious issue. So we need to take care of it. If this happens, in that case, we should report the same. Now, another point, whether the checkbook is issued against the requisition slip only. Do not write yes. हम लोग yes लिख देते हैं उसके अंदर. In real situation, checkbook is issued against the requisition slip as well as the application on the plain paper. You should provide the application on the plain paper. After that, the branch will issue the checkbook, and we are going to yes. कभी आरबीआई ने कोई इंस्पेक्शन उठा लिया ना, उस दिन हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी दिक्कत होने वाली है एलएफएआर और इस मोशन जलाने रिपोर्ट को लेकर के. सो वी नीड टू बी वेरी मच केयरफुल. जहां हमने कोई चीज चेक नहीं की है तो यस नो नॉट एप्लीकेबल नहीं लिखे, प्रॉपर कमेंट वहां पर देना है. आप ये कह सकते हैं ऑन अवर रैंडम और ऑन अवर टेस्ट चेक बेसिस, बट डायरेक्टली आप यस नो नहीं ऐसा कमेंट हमको नहीं करना है. Another question, whether access to the computer server room is restricted if you observe that the lunch is being done in that room and carom is being played in that room. In that case, do write no. In maximum cases, that server room is your lunch room, so report the same in your report. Okay, this is also a very much specific point. Another question, whether the learning power of a person going to retire shortly are withdrawn. Do write yes or no only after detailed inquiry or verification. और उसको चेक भी करना कि कोई रिटायर होने वाला बंदा है यहाँ पर बैंक में, और यू आर गोइंग टू विथड्रॉ द पावर ऑफ दैट सैंक्शनिंग फ्रॉम दैट रिटायरिंग पर्सन और नॉट, एंड इन नॉर्मल केसेस वी आर गोइंग फॉर यस. Okay, we had not checked the fact. In that case, you should not to report these fact in the Ghosh and Jalani report. You should be very much careful for point. So these are the point on which we should be take special care in this report. Okay, earlier आप लोगों ने क्या किया, छोड़ो एक बार, but in this bank branch audit regarding financial year 2022 to 2023, we need to be very much careful regarding these points. If you are going for the bank branch audit, you should take care of these points and report properly. Prepare the Ghosh and Jalani report and the LFAR in a proper way. Then tax audit report. Ensure that proper TDS has been deducted on interest, professional fees, salary, commission, legal fees, contractor payment, building rent, etc. Also ensure that the TDS return and Form 15 G and H are properly reported online with NSDL. Form 15 G and H sent in the proper form should be paper form should not be accepted. There are good chances that TDS is not deducted on interest payment to educational and institutional deposit. Check thoroughly, and diversion, if any, should be reported in the main audit report. This is our responsibility, not to comment in the LFAR. Do this as a specific and report the same in your main audit report. This is the specific point regarding your TDS in your tax audit report. You got my point, sir? Each and everything regarding your main report, regarding your statutory report, regarding your TDS, regarding your KCC account, regarding your CC account, regarding your term loan, regarding your education loan, regarding your vehicle loan, or the planning part and the documentation part is okay or not, just comment in the chat box. If there is any issue, please raise the same in the chat box, and if everything is okay, then I am going to start my discussion on long form audit report. We had covered multiple things regarding bank branch audit in these 4 hours, okay, in a practical way. This is the format of your long form audit report which we need to sign. और हम लोग करते क्या है, लास्ट में आते आते इस रिपोर्ट पर साइन करके आते हैं, और मैक्सिमम टाइम में ये रिपोर्ट्स ब्लैंक मिलती है रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया को. सो डोंट डू दीज थिंग्स. We should be very much careful while filing the long form audit report, and this is my suggestion. Prepare a questionnaire regarding the long form audit report. Prepare your question and start your audit according to the questionnaire which will be prepared on the basis of your long form audit report. Okay sir, so 11 people are there and 2 comments. So बाकी लोगों को क्लियर नहीं हुआ है. They are not going for bank branch audit or they are going for bank branch audit. Sir, in long form audit report, the long form audit report is divided in certain parts, okay, on the basis of the verification. Okay, you should verify certain parts. For that purposes, RBI has decided the format of long form audit report in certain segments. Now first segment is your cash. First question: does the system ensure that the cash maintained in the effective joint custody of the 2 or more officials? हम लोग इसके ऊपर साइन कर देते हैं और लिख देते हैं yes. No, not to do this. Just check the ledger which is maintained at the bank premises. Okay, or if there is 2 sign in that ledger, in that case you can say that the cash is in joint custody. Okay sir, and also take the name of the joint officials from that branch manager and take record of it, and if possible then take the same on the branch letter. So, or the cash ledger which is maintained physically in the bank branch should compare with the GL which is maintained in the CBS software, and the balance which is in your physical register and balance which is in your GL should be matched. So this is also one important task we should be take care. Okay, in this LFA report, I am just going to share each and every point practically. Okay, in a practical way, what we should do during the bank branch audit. Have the cash balances at the branch and ATM been checked at periodic interval as per the procedure prescribed by controlling authorities of the bank? Okay, you should check the same. और जब कोई अथॉरिटी वहां पर चेक करती है तो उसका एक सर्टिफिकेट वो बैंक को देकर के जाती है. अथॉरिटी is providing certain certificate regarding the verification to the particular bank. Take note of those verification certificates from the branch manager. Okay, how you can ensure yourself that the verification is already done? Okay, on the basis of the reports, on the basis of the declaration, on the basis of the certificate issued by the verifying authority. After that, does the branch generally maintain and carry the cash balances which were very significantly from the limit fixed by the controlling authority? So you should take the cash retention limit from the branch manager, ask it at the time of your MRL to the branch manager. Okay, or one report is generated from CBL that on which day the cash balance has exceeded the cash retention limit. टेक रिपोर्ट ऑफ दैट एंड टेक नोट ऑफ दैट कि कितने टाइम पर हमारी जो कैश है वो कैश रिटेंशन लिमिट से बाहर निकला है. सपोज नियर बाय देयर इज वन करेंसी चेस्ट ब्रांच इज अवेलेबल. ओके, इन दैट केस कैश रिटेंशन लिमिट तो बाहर होनी नहीं चाहिए, बिकॉज अगर उस बैंक को रिक्वायरमेंट होगी तो करेंसी चेस्ट यूनिट से कैश डिमांड कर लेगा. इन दैट केस देयर इज नो रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ कैश, दैट इज देयर इज नो chances of enhancement of the cash retention limit or excess balance of cash in the bank branch itself. So this is a specific point we need to be take care of it. Okay, normally if there is excess balance, excess cash balance in comparison to cash retention limit, in that case you should raise the question from the branch manager, sir, why this situation in that particular branch. He will provide you the reply. If you are satisfied, in that case okay, but report the same in your LFAR that sir multiple times there is a excess balance, excess cash balance with compared to the cash retention limit, and also provide certain details regarding that. Okay, 2 to 3 days or 5 days details you should provide in the LFAR report. Then does the figure of the balance in the branch books in respect of cash tally with or ATM tally with the amounts of balance in the respective ATM based on the year-end scroll generated by the ATM? You should take, if you are going for a bank branch audit and there are also an ATM, in that case you should take the scroll generated by that ATM as on 31st March 2023 and compare that scroll balance with your GL balance, and if there is any variation report the same in LFAR. Okay sir, also you should take care of it. You need to physically verify the cash in the bank premises or also of the ATM cash balance. Okay, when you are going for the physical verification, take the scroll generated from that ATM for your working paper also, and the same has to be verified with the GL ledger maintained by the branch or the specific register maintained by the branch. We had already discussed on that about the surprise check, how you can check the cash in surprise basis. Regarding insurance cover, maximum time in 99% insurance cover is on account of head office, that is with that insurance cover head office is dealing. In that case provide the note regarding that. Or if there is any balance with the Reserve Bank of India, State Bank of India or other bank, in that case this is your responsibility to take the balance confirmation certificate. If you are getting the balance confirmation certificate, compare the same with the balance which is exist in the CBS software of that particular bank and compare the same with the confirmation certificate provided by the other bank. Okay, and if there is any difference, in that case report the same in your LFAR. Okay sir, so this is a specific point regarding your Mm, regarding your interbanking transactions. Observations on the reconciliation statement may be reported in the following manner: cash transaction remaining unresponded, revenue item requiring adjustment or write-off, whatever will be the situation, this will be decided on the basis of the reconciliation statement. Okay, when you are going for the reconciliation statement, that is, suppose the balance which is in your bank is 1 lakh and another bank is says 1,50,000 rupees, 1,20,000 rupees. In that case, you should make reconciliation of 20,000 rupees and you should take the reconciliation from the bank branch. Okay, and report the same in your LFAR. That's why there is a different, and also specify the figures in that LFAR report. Not to provide that their reconciliation is there and we had checked the same. Not to do this. Provide the reconciliation statement in the LFAR itself, and if there is issue with space, then in that case provide one separate annexure regarding that. Okay, then whether the branch maintain an account with the RBI in the following additional matter may be reported. Entries or originated prior to but communicated recorded after the year end in relation to the currency chest operation, branch bank, other involving deposit withdrawal from the currency chest attached to the such branches. If you are going for the audit of a particular branch which is a currency chest unit, In that case, you need to specify the reconciliation regarding the Reserve Bank of India, which is maintained by that currency chest unit. And if there is a difference between the confirmation certificate provided by the Reserve Bank of India and the account which is available in the currency chest unit, in that case you should reconcile the same, and reconciliation has to be provided in that long form audit report. Money at call and short notice, we should record the same. There is a timeline for money at call and short notice, that is your 15 days. And if there is any outstanding balance still available, in that case we should provide the reconciliation for that. Okay sir. Now, investment for branches outside India, this is not applicable for us. So in these column you can comment as NA. These columns are not applicable for us, so in that case you may comment as NA, not applicable. Sir, journal instruction regarding advances, sir cash done हो गया, inter branches done हो गया, currency chest done हो गया, investment done हो गया. Okay, now there is a time of advances. How you are going to record the term advances in your long form audit report? The answer of the following question may be based on the auditor's examination of all large advances. Sir, what do you mean by large advances? So, for these purposes, the large advances are those in respect of which the outstanding amount is in excess of 10% of outstanding aggregate balance of fund based and non fund based advances of the branch, or 10 crore rupees, whichever is lower. उनकी आपको यहाँ पर particular list provide करवानी है. You has to provide the list regarding large advances in the long form audit report, and the meaning of that large advances is here. Okay sir. Now, the critical comments based on the review of the above and other test check should be given in the respective paragraph in the LFAR report. Okay, you should share the account name, balance as at the funded, non-funded, and total balance outstanding at the branch, and percentage as compared to the total of the outstanding of that particular branch. This report has to be fed on the basis of large advances. And how you can check the large advances? The physical verification, the account statement we had already discussed. Okay sir. So verification we had already done. Now is the reporting part in the long form audit report. And if there is any deficiency which is related to the inherent weaknesses or regarding NPA, then you should report the same in the main audit report also, or MOC should be provided. Okay sir. Up now we are going to talk on the credit appraisal, that is most important part. Okay sir. Now, in your opinion, has the branch generally complied with the procedure instruction of the controlling authority of the bank regarding loan application, preparation of proposal for grant renewal? In that case, while doing the physical verification of the files, if you found anything, that is there is a lack of documents, stock statement is not proper, the branch is not doing renewal on time, stock statement are not on regular basis, comment the specific comment in the long form audit report. The specific point is here. In that column you should comment regarding your credit appraisals. Okay sir. Now, have you come across cases of quick mortality in accounts where the facility become in non-performing within a period of 12 months from the date of first section we had already discussed? In that case, you should report the same separately in your LFAR. That means LFAR is nothing which you had done earlier. You should report the same in your long form audit report. We had already discussed how you can find out the mortality cases, okay, through Excel, through your analytical skills. So finding already done, you just need to report the same. और अगर हम लोगों ने वहां पर फाइंडिंग नहीं किया, इन दैट केस हम क्या करेंगे, यहाँ पर आकर के नॉट एप्लीकेबल लिख देंगे या फिर नो लिख लेंगे. Or if we had done the correct analysis and we found certain mortality cases, in that case we should report the same in the LFAR also. Okay sir. So this is the implication. Then whether the borrower account the applicable interest rate is correctly fed into the system. How we can check? We can check it through product wise. We had already done that analysis. We are going to prepare the Excel sheet, product wise interest rate, and the interest rate is correct as per product is not. How we can verify? We can check for that the internal circular of that particular branch, or if there is any issue, in that case we should report the same in the long form audit report. Okay sir. Now, whether the interest rate is reviewed periodically as per the guideline applicable to floating rate loans. This is the specific term which we need to be very much careful while doing the bank branch audit for financial year 2022-2023. बिकॉज यहाँ पर इंटरेस्ट रेट के अंदर चेंजेस हुए हैं, एमसीएलआर के अंदर चेंजेस हुए हैं, रेपो रेट के अंदर चेंजेस हुए हैं. सो दिस इज अवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इफ द लोन इज ऑन अकाउंट ऑफ फ्लोटिंग. इन दैट केस इंटरेस्ट रेट इज चेंज्ड बाय द branch manager in the system or not. This is our responsibility. Or there is chances that we found certain differences, we found certain observations, or we found certain chances of the MOC while doing this exercise. Okay, sir. Have you come across cases of frequent loan rollover of short-term loan? If yes, give the details. How you are going to check the rollover? We had already discussed. If there is any reporting, then report in the LFAR in that particular tab. Now, whether correct and valid credit rating, if available, of the credit facility of bank borrower from RBI has been fed into the system. So for that purpose, we should check the CIBIL report of that particular borrower. Okay, and you should specifically check the inquiry tab of that CIBIL reports. If you found multiple loan inquiry, in that case, this is also in a red signal, red flagged signal. Okay, so this is a specific point which we need to be taken care. Sir, sanctioning and disbursement. In the cases examined by you, you have come across instances of credit facilities have been sanctioned beyond the delegated authority, or had the authority को report किया है या फिर नहीं किया है. So first you need to ask the question to that bank branch manager that, sir, who is the sanctioning authority in your bank, and also what is the sanctioning power, that is, sir, what is the sanctioning power with is in your hand as a branch manager, or what is the sanctioning limit which is in the hand of regional office or zonal office. So from that you will decide the sanctioning authority, and on that behalf of that limit you should decide that the loan is sanctioned by the proper authority or not. And if there is any differences, if there is any defaults, in that case you should report the same in your long form audit report. Whether advances has been dispersed without complying with the terms and conditions of this section, you should report that. Sir, how we can check the same? At the time of our discussion on the physical verification, we had already covered that point. Did the bank provide loan to the companies for buyback of shares and securities? In case of companies, this is a specific point. You should quickly report the same in the long form audit report. Sir, in case of documentation part, these parts are really very important. And in maximum cases, we just provide the journal comments, not to provide the journal comments. If the issues are in certain files, in that case, report those files specifically with account number. Okay, sir. Credit facility released by the branch without execution of all the necessary documents. Necessary documents, how you can check? We had already discussed by filing, you can check the documents, and if there is any deficiency, report the same in the long form audit report. Deficiency in documentation, including non-registration of charge, non-operating guarantee, is to be reported in your long form audit reports. Or how you can check that non-registration of charge? You can check the same on the MCA portal website. Log in to the MCA portal website. You will find the same. Now, if there is any lien, in that case you should check the lien is marked on that particular deposit or not, and if there is no lien mark, in that case report the same in the LFAR. For that purpose you should check the fixed deposit and term deposit if the loan is against that particular fixed deposit and term deposit. Okay, sir. Review, monitoring and supervision is the procedure laid down by the controlling authority of the bank for periodic review of advances, including the periodic balance confirmation. As I had already said that during the March month, multiple, that is 90% branch are going to do the renewal work. Okay, so when you are going for the bank branch audit, you should check the renewal procedure also. Proper documents as taken by the branch or not for renewal or not. This is the specific issue, and if you found any deficiency in the documentation part, report the same to the banking authority and report the same in your LFAR long form audit report. Then stock statement, if you are taking regularly, if the stock statement is not on regular basis, in that case report the same. DP is properly computed or not, we had already discussed on that drawing power part. And if the drawing power is not proper in the particular account, then specifically mention that particular account that's a drawing power is not calculated perfectly. And also if there is any doubt in your mind, you can check the drawing power of last 3 financial year by taking the audited financial statement and the stock statement. And if there is any difference, in that case report the same in your long form audit report. Okay, sir. Now whether there exists a system of obtaining reports on stock audits periodically. That means if the exposure amount is more than 5 crore rupees, in that case, you should bank should do the stock audit. In that case, you should take the stock audit reports, and if there is any observations are there regarding the stock, there is any negative observations by the stock auditor, report the same in the long form audit report, and the comment should be specific. Suppose if there is a stock audit report and there is no negative comment by the stock auditor, in that case, if you found that the amount is 5 crore or more, you should report the same in the long form audit report, and after that you should mention that there is no negative comment provided by the stock audit report in the particular account. So this is my humble request. LFAR should be specific, not in a general way. Indicate the cases of advances to non-corporate entities with limit beyond that is set by the bank where the branch has not obtained the duly audited. There is a limit in different branches. The limit is different. In that case, audited financials are required. And if audited financials are not available in the bank branch, just certified financials are available. Multiple times we found that the balance sheet, profit and loss account are available and they are just certified. In that case, report the same in the long form audit report. Also, this is a specific issue. As a chartered accountant, we are not going to certify the balance sheet and profit and loss account without audit. Okay, this is our responsibility. This is a professional misconduct in ICAI. If there is any due diligence report is available, in that case you should take that due diligence report, and if there is any negative comment in that due diligence report, or there is any that is default in that due diligence report, in that case comment the same in the LFAR long form audit report. That means this is also a document regarding due diligence. And how you can decide that due diligence is applicable or not? You should take the internal circular of that particular bank. Just take an example. If you are going for an audit of Central Bank of India, in that case, there is a circular that if the loan amount is exceeding 10 lakh rupees, in that case, due diligence is mandatory by a chartered accountant. That means in that case, we should take care of that due diligence report issued by that chartered accountant. And if there is any deficiency, then report the same in your long form audit report. Then, has the inspection and physical verification of securities charged to the bank been carried out by the branch as the procedure laid down by the controlling authority? Branch manager आपको बोलेगा, yes sir, we had done the physical verification of the securities. You just need to take the declaration on the letterhead of that particular bank branch, or also take certain photos, images regarding that verification of that securities. Okay, and if possible, then you can check the physical verification of that securities on random basis, on test check basis. This is also possible, and after doing that exercise, you can provide the comment in the long form audit report. In respect of advances examined by you, have you come across cases of deficiency including in the value of securities? Sir, how you can provide? You can check the valuation report on regard to that particular valuation property. Okay, on the basis of valuation report, if there is any deficiency or if there is a decrease in that value property, in that case, you should provide the same in the long form audit report. Also, if regarding plant and machinery, the valuation, civil engineer, report the same in your long form audit report, and report should be specific. Okay sir. Now, whether the branch has any red flagged account, on which ground you are going to red flag that account, we had already discussed on that. If yes, whether any deviation were observed related to compliance of the bank policy related to the red flag account. If there is any deviation, report the same. So first you need to take the list from that bank branch manager that sir, you had taken any account as a red flagged account. If yes, then provide us the list. In that case, what is the procedure that followed by the bank branch manager? You should ask from him, and after that you can compare from the RBI guideline regarding the procedure for red flagged account. And if there is any deviation, in that case report the same in your long form audit report. Okay sir. Now, comment on the adverse features considered significant in top 5 standard large advances. And report should be specific. You should mention the account number of that large borrower, the amount outstanding, and what is the deficiency you found during the audit. You should mention the same in your long form audit report. Okay sir. So specific related to 5 standard large advances. After that, in respect of leasing finance, activities has the branch compiled with the guideline issued by the controlling authority of the bank relating to security creation, inspection, and insurance of that leasing property? You should check the same. If there is any deviation, report the same in the long form audit report. Sir, regarding assets classification, provisioning of advances, and resolution of stressed assets. So for that purpose, you should know the income recognition and assets classification norms, IREC norms. Okay, we had discussed on that regarding SMA 0, 1, 2, doubtful standard, substandard. Okay, so the classification is proper or not, how you can check? You should take the advances list and text file, convert the same in Excel and do your analysis. And if you found any differences, in that case you should report the same in your main audit report and issue the MOC, and the same disclosure has to be provided in your long form audit report. Okay sir. Now, whether the branch is following the system of SMA 0, 1, and 2, whether the auditor disagree with the branch classification, sir, how you can calculate? Your calculation should be on the Excel sheet. Okay, text file provided by the branch, convert the same in Excel and do your calculation. And if there is any deviation between your calculation and branch calculation on SMA 0, 1, 2, in that case report the same in your long form audit report. Be specific with account number. Also indicate whether required changes have been incorporated and suggested in MOC or not. Okay, so report the same. List of accounts with the outstanding in excess of 10 crore rupees which have either been downgraded and upgraded with regard. For that purpose, we should take the list for those accounts which are outstanding balances more than 10 crore rupees. Then after you can check the downgrading and upgrading. Okay, so first take the list, and if applicable, in that case, check there is any upgradation or downgradation in the accounts. If yes, in that case, report the same in your log form audit report. Whether RBI guideline on income recognition and provisioning have been followed, this is the journal comment you should provide. And if there is any account in which the IREC norm is not followed by that borrower or by that bank branch manager, in that case, you should report the same in the long form audit report, and specific report should be given in that case. Okay, sir. So these are the points which is related to your long form audit report. Whether the branch has reported account restructured, if there is any restructuring of account and the process is correct, in that case you can comment that the process is correct. But if there is any deficiency, in that case you should provide the specific report that in particular account there is a deficiency. Okay sir. Whether the branch comply with the regulatory stance of the resolution of stressed assets, including the compliance with the board approved policy in this regard, tracking, reporting, or default. These are to be reported in this regard. For that purpose, we should carefully study the internal bank branch circular regarding the policy of SMA, and also you should consider the master circular provided by the Reserve Bank of India. On that behalf, you can decide that the particular thing is correct or not. Whether the upgradation in non-performing advances in line with the norms of Reserve Bank of India, we should comment on that after considering the master circular issued by the Reserve Bank of India. Okay, sir. Have you come across certain cases where the relevant controlling authority of the bank has authorized legal action for recovery of advances and recalling of advances, but no such action was taken by the branch? Okay, for that purpose, when you are going to check the internal circular of that branch, if there is internal circular of that bank, or if there is any circular regarding that, in that case you should consider the same, that the branch has done the accounting or branch has done the process as per the guideline provided by the bank, not. And if you found any deficiency, in that case report the same in the long form audit report. Okay sir. If there is any insolvency bankruptcy process, we had already discussed, if there is any process initiated under IBC, in that case for that specific account, you should report the same in the long form audit report, and the process is started by the bank or not. And if the process is not started, then with reason you should report the same in your long form audit report. The in respect of non-performing assets, has the branch obtained a valuation report from the approved valuer from the immobile charge to the once in a 3 year? In that case, we should report on the valuation reports. Okay, in case of NPA, you should just take the list of non-performing assets from the bank branch manager from CBS software, and then after check the physical file and the valuation reports. If there is no valuation report is available in the physical file, be specific, provide your comment in the long form audit report. If there is any write-off of accounts, in that case, you should provide the same in the long form audit report regarding the details. Okay, sir. If there is any decree obtained for recovery from the defaulting borrower, give age-wise analysis of decree obtained or pending execution. Okay, sir. Now, whether in the cases concluded the recoveries have been properly appropriated against the principal interest as per the policy of bank, is that okay or no? So first you need to take the list that what is the account in which recovery has been initiated, and after that list you should comment on that the proper recovery is not or yes or not, and if there is any deficiency, report the same in your long form audit report. Okay, sir. Can we extend the session for 5 to 10 minutes? Is that okay for all of you? Just comment in the chat box so that I can extend. Or if you provide or if you need a separate video on that, then I will also share. Or if yes, then I am going to continue the session. Okay, sir. So in case where the documents are held at a centralized processing officer, whether the auditor has received the relevant document as asked by them or not, and if you have not received the document, in that case you should report the same in your long form audit report. If there is any requirement which is fulfilled by the regional offices and you are not getting those documents, in that case you are free to report the same in long form audit. If there is any major deficiency in your credit review, monitoring and supervision, you should report the same in your long form audit report. Okay. But the deficiency which you are going to report, be specific with the account number. Sir, non-fund based securities. List of borrower with the details of LC and BZ involved. Okay. These details we should provide with the name, number and beneficiary name and amount. Okay. Now, list of instances where the interchangeability between the fund based and non-fund based, that means you are going to take the transactions from BG or LC from your CC account. Okay, in that case you are making the transactions from your non-fund based to your fund based, or from your fund based to your non-fund based. In that case you should report the same. If you found those instances, in that case report the same in your long form audit report. Okay, sir. Now, other assets. Does the system of bank ensure clearance of item debited to suspense account? So this is our responsibility. When we are going for the bank branch audit, we should check the suspense account also, and if there is any suspend account exists and entries outstanding in excess of 90 days, in that case report the same in your long form audit report. Date of entry, amount, nature and remarks. So when you are going to check your trial balance of that particular bank branch, you should check the suspense account also. Okay, sir. And also check the relevant entries in that suspense account. Deposit. Does the bank have a system of identification of dormant inoperative accounts and internal control with regard to the operation in such accounts? Sir, you should check that there is certain account which is inoperative from last 6 months, or there is no transaction from last 6 months. That bank has to consider those accounts as an inoperative account. So in that case, we should take one list regarding the inoperative account, or we should take the list regarding the inoperative account which is converted as operative during our audit period, or the accounts which is inoperative and converted as operative, or the accounts which was operative and converted as inoperative. That means vice versa situation, we should take the list, and if the process is not followed, in that case report the same in the long form audit report. This is related to your deposit segment. Okay, sir. Then after your other liabilities regarding your bills payable, sundry deposits. In that case, if there is any old outstanding entries pending 1 year or more, in that case you should report the same in the long form audit report and report it specifically. And one more suggestion from my side, take the ledger of that entry and take the check the transaction of that particular entry. Okay, sir. And if you found any specific deficiency, report the same. Sir, if there is any contingent liability exists, In that case, the list of major contingent liabilities should be provided in your long form audit report. Okay, sir. After that, regarding profit and loss account, your interest, discount, and the commission is okay or not, you should check. Sir, interest, how you can check? We had already discussed that you can check the interest by your Excel sheet. And sir, discount and commission, you can check the ledger of that commission and discount. Okay, or on your test check basis, just convert that ledger, that text file into the Excel file, and you can check the segment of various items of that ledger. Okay, sir. After that, इनकम रिकॉग्निशन स्कीम्स एज पर आरबीआई कंसिडर हुआ है या फिर नहीं हुआ है. इफ you have any doubt regarding that, and if you have any question regarding that, or if you have any reportable fact regarding that, in that case you should report the same in the long form audit report. Okay, sir. Interest deposit is perfect, short, excess, we should report the same in the long form audit report. Are there any divergent trends in the major item of income and expenditure? In that case, you should report the sum. We had already discussed that you should compare the profit and loss account and the financial statement of current year with the last year. And if there is any differences, huge differences or divergence of fund, in that case, report the same in your long form audit report and be specific. And normally what we are doing, we are just doing that not applicable. No, there is no differences. First compare, then after you should comment. Okay, sir. Then दिस इज द स्पेसिफिक सिचुएशन. गोल्ड के केसेस में, सिक्योरिटीज के केसेस में, जस्ट फिजिकली वेरीफाई द सिक्योरिटीज एंड ऑन दैट अमाउंट यू शुड प्रोवाइड योर कमेंट इन द लॉन्ग फॉर्म ऑडिट रिपोर्ट. बुक्स एंड रिपोर्ट्स, you should comment when the whether the records are maintained in manual system or otherwise. So in current situation, all the documents are in CBS, that is in online software. So accordingly comment in the reports. Okay. And if the IS audit is applicable, that is information system audit is applicable on a particular branch, in that case comment the specific points, specific observation of that that is your IT auditor in the long form audit report. And if there is a negative comment, in that case be specific, provide your comment in the long form audit report. Okay, sir. So डेली एक्सेप्शन रिपोर्ट शुड बी जनरेटेड. जब आप उससे बात करोगे बैंक मैनेजर से, he will deny, he will say that that exceptional report is automatically saved in the folder and today I am not able to generate that report. In that case, you should mail to the regional office or zonal office and demand for that exceptional reports. Okay, sir. So this is our responsibility to carefully check the exceptional report during the bank branch audit, and if there is any specific point, report the same in the long form audit report. The bank has laid down procedure for manual intervention to system generated data and proper authentication. And if you found any chances regarding the manual intervention, how you can check, we had already discussed. Okay, regarding the internal control system, if there is chances of manual intervention, report the same in your long form audit report. Okay, sir. MIS at your HO and CO level, you should report at there. If in case of there is inter-branch accounts or there is any outstanding entries there, in that case report the same in your long form audit report. Okay, sir. Or there is any unreported entry, in that case report the same. Then after, if there is any chances of fraud which is discovered by the management, need to be reported based on the information obtained in any matter are pending inquiry vigilance. In that case also you should provide the same specific to the fraud. You just examine the points on which account the department, the bank has considered the same as fraud, or the investigating authority has decided the fraud, or on that behalf you should provide your comment in the particular tab. Okay, sir. These are all related to your fraud. Then after, regarding your KYC, you should provide your comment regarding your KYC. And how you can provide the comment, you are going to check the physical file of that bank branch, or while doing the physical verification of the files you will found certain deficiency in the KYC, or if you are found the same, in that case report the same. Okay, regarding management information system, the various MIS reports, you should provide your comment in the LFAR report. And the miscellaneous part is there regarding your previous year branch audit and your internal audit. If you found any issue, in that case you should provide the same in the long form audit report. So sir, in these four are we had discussed each and everything about bank branch audit in a practical way. We had started with the planning part. After that, we had discussed on the documentation part, that what are the documents which is required for conducting the bank branch audit. We had discussed on various segment wise issues regarding NPA, classification of NPA. We had also discussed on certain specific term in the bank branch audit, and also certain practical examples for bank branch audit. Also, we had discussed on the Ghosh and Jalani committee report in that case, and also we had considered the long form audit report clause by clause. I had tried to cover each and every clause of long form audit report, although we had already discussed how we can check those things which is mentioned in the long form audit report. Although if you have any issue during the bank branch audit, you are free to raise the queries on my WhatsApp number. I will be available for that. And if you require any format regarding bank branch audit, just text me on the WhatsApp. I will provide you the same by tomorrow evening or tomorrow early morning. Okay, sir. And if you have still any query regarding the bank branch audit, you are free to raise the queries in the WhatsApp group. I am available for you to provide the replies in the given time. So, sir, I am going to sign off for today. And thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience learning, and stay connected, stay updated. Thank you, sir. Good night.